Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all doing great. So in this video I'm going to be sharing you how I made this cute handbag. And then I took my ruler and then I started to mark about 11 inches from the top corner, just going in a circular motion like that. Then after marking, I now took my chalk and then I drew that curved line. Then I cut it away with the scissors. Then I used the same printed fabric, my polka dot fabric, to cut some interfacing. I just laid it on top and then I pinned it down with a few pins and then I cut it away with the scissors. And then I went on to iron the interfacing. So if you want your bag to have some more body and thickness, you can always double your interfacing to make it thicker and give it a little bit more structure. Then I now used my fabric with my interfacing to cut the lining fabric. For the lining I used this solid black polycotton fabric. Then I just put some pins right round and then I cut using my scissors. After that, I just went on straight to the sewing machine and then I sewed right round and I left a space for turning inside out. So before I turned the bag inside out, I took my scissors and then I made these little snips right round to make sure that when I turn it inside out, everything will lie nice and flat. Then I turned it inside out using the space that I had left and then I just ironed it. And then I also folded in the raw edges of the open edges. Then I just put some pegs to hold it in place. So to make the little flap for the front of the bag, I cut 6 by 8 inches pieces of fabric, one the African print fabric and another one for the lining, and then I also cut some interfacing. Which I went on to iron. Then I now joined them together like that, and then I cut out that shape. Then I put some pegs, then I sewed it on the sewing machine. Then on the rounded edges I made those little snips, then I turned the little flap inside out. Then I inserted it on that little space that I had left open before. Then I just put some pins. Then I went on to sew it. So that is the shape that I have now. And then I now started to fold it so that I get the shape of the resulting shape of the bag. And I used some pegs to help me with the shape. So I'm basically trying to get like 3 folds on each side. So after folding the first side, I now went on to fold the other side. Then I just used those pegs to hold everything in place. So it requires a lot of manipulation, like just to see where you fold and so forth. And you may actually have to do it more than once until you get the right size and shape that you want. And after that, I just used a needle and thread to hold the sides together. I also sewed the other side. Then I went on to attach some magnetic snap fasteners So for the handles, I used this rope, and I cut about 24 inches of the rope. Then I also cut 2 inches by about 26 inches of the printed fabric. Then I took my printed fabric and then I folded it in half, and then I sewed it on the sewing machine. Then after that, I used a safety pin to turn it inside out. After turning them inside out, I now took my rope. Then I used the same safety pin to insert the ropes into the fabric casings. So that is the result.
All the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began.
And then I now went on to attach the ropes onto the purse before I hand sewed them down with a needle. After sewing them down, so you notice that we still have some exposed ends there on the ropes, and I just covered that up by using some cover buttons, and I stuck them on with a hot glue gun.
They say, be meek, look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine.
The last thing was to just add that nice brooch, and that is basically it. That is the end of this DIY. I hope you really liked it. I really like the fabric that I used for this purse. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again